Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Hail, adventurers. Welcome back to the Wyvern's Lair. I am DM Wyvern, and this is a continuation of my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, where I am taking on the Dark Urge origin character. We have been at this for quite some time. This playthrough has been going on since, I think, about the end of last year. So as you all know, here at the Wyvern's Lair, I tend to take my time with my playthroughs. I don't really feel rushed to keep up with the rest of the gang, as it were. And because of that, this game has actually seen a great deal of improvements over the course of my playthrough. So I'm kind of glad that, I'm at where I'm at. Patch 7's come around, and with it, a great improvement to the payoff of playing an evil character, or the Dark Urge for that matter. So we are, I think, right where we should be in this playthrough. Let me go ahead and welcome the adventurers we have here in the live stream chat. We're joined by Philosopher's Rex saying, "We are back, baby." We also have Baraz here saying, "You wrote Sieging Moonrise Tower. Does that mean you did the Night Song bit already?" That is correct, Baraz. We ventured through the Temple of Shar with my good friend Flint Fireforge for most of it. And then we confronted Blood Moon. What is this? We confronted the Night Song and slew the Night Song in our evil playthrough. Kill the Daughter of the Moon. We have done that. As you can see, we got inspiration for it. Where do we track the number of inspiration we have on our character? Where do we see that? In any case, we are slowly making our way through... Where are we exactly? What is this? Shadow Curse Lands, and this is the Moonrise Tower itself. Baraz says, "You're actually further than I am. I say just before entering the mausoleum entrance." Ah, Baraz, you are also taking your time with Baldur's Gate 3. Respect. I appreciate that. We just fought these necromites. As you can see here. I'm going to go ahead and see what they have left behind for us. Adventurers, please join me in welcoming our great friend, fellow adventurer and content creator, Sesame Street Fighter, saying, "Let's go, may your rolls be at advantage, bro. Appreciate you being here." Sesame Street Fighter joining us from beautiful Trinidad, and Baraz joining us from beautiful Quebec. Philosopher's Rex out there in Toronto, I believe. Malachite off that Necromite. At least Necromite here. We have Galaruk. What does Galaruk have? Zarel's personal reminder. Plain unadored note. We can go ahead and read that. Balthazar has sent neither word nor notice. Wherever he's gone is a mystery. Needs someone to investigate his chambers. No doubt he's rigged the things to high hells. Perhaps hobgoblins. Balthazar. I don't know what happened to Balthazar. I believe we fought him in the Night Song. Alright, let's take a look at the glory of the Absolute here. Now come in reverence. Now come we in reverence before the Absolute and her true souls, rejoicing in the three glories of belonging and reveling in the requital for deeds duly done in the Absolute's name. Glory, the first is our purpose, filling us with determination to bring to all mortals the joy of reverence of the Absolute. Glory, the second is our obedience, the bliss of knowing that we exalt ourselves when we surrender our wills to the Absolute commands. Glory, the third, is our dominion, for obedience to the Absolute places us above other mortals, and it is righteous to command them. And when, through our obedience, we've achieved dominion, the Absolute grants us permission for requital, revelry, without restraint to express our joy and pride in the Absolute service. Go ahead and steal that. It's coming with us. Scroll of Speak with the Dead, sure. Now, I don't know which of our characters killed Glaruk here. But we'll keep on moving around here. Quebec, Baraz says it's actually pronounced. Thank you for the correction. We got the Mercolite Scourge here. It's a weapon enhancement of +1, and it reads, a browning piece of brain sticks stubbornly to one of the spikes. It has tenacity. When you miss an attack, you deal 1 bludgeoning damage anyway. Okay, pick that up. Let's take a look at Zealot Zira here. Bit of Void Bulb, we'll pick that up. A Moonrise Guard Key. Take that with us, and plate armor and all this can go to our camp. You can see our adventurers have been hard at work here, slaying followers of the Absolute. Zealot Soroni has nothing on them. What about Adept Gulen? It's got a key and a quarterstaff. We can send that to the camp too, later to be sold. Since our camp has no inventory limit, we might as well take everything we can with us. I believe we've been through all this before. Baraz says it's hard to explain the humor I was going for there. Well, you know what? A lot of humor passes over my wyvern-shaped head, Baraz. Don't feel too bad. So that's who says now wyvern. I'm going to say it wrong all the time now.
Here we go. Hello, world.
Hello, world, indeed. We've got a row of books here. Alright, I think we actually have looted the downstairs. Let's move back up. What do we have here?
Ugh,
Radija.
I hate swamps. The place reeks. Probably full of bloodsuckers as well.
Now, I believe I may have killed Radija, the Dark Urge. So let's go ahead and send this scroll of dead to Shadowheart, just for the fun of it. Let's see if we can speak to Radija.
The corpse remains silent.
No. Oh well.
Let's move.
No worries.
Light on my feet.
Let's take a look at this wooden desk. Baraz, I am not going to let you troll me. Furthermore, live on stream. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat and enjoy the carnage that we are about to embark upon here. So, Baraz, tell me why is your own playthrough taking as long as mine? You know, I'm curious as to why you haven't completed Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Noble hat here. Got some row of books we can take a look at. Shara's Blessing, Barrier of Darkness. We have Leadership of the Zentrum. Send that to the camp for now. I believe we may have read that in a previous stream. Scroll of Phantasmal Killer. We'll pick that up and keep it with us. Baraz says Disguise Self works oddly for Speak with the Dead. It does indeed. You're absolutely right about that. I forgot that I could use it with the Dark Urge. Thank you for the reminder, Baraz. We'll send that book to the camp. Get a wardrobe we can take a look at here. Absolute outfit, adorned with a tripartite symbol of the Absolute. This ensemble of black and green presents the wearer as either a mocker or a devotee of the cult, or someone who likes the cut and color, or someone who's cold. I like that. I like that. We're going to go ahead and send that to the camp for now. Who knows? We may end up wearing it at some point in this adventure. Baraz says, I felt the Shadowcurse Lands was giving me perfectionist and anxiety, so I play a few hours every month and complete other games the rest of the time. You gotta let that go, Baraz. You gotta let the dice fall where they may. Now, that having been said, you're talking to someone who reloaded the game, reloaded my own playthrough a number of times to get a certain result that I wanted. I think specifically I was trying to recruit Mantharos as a companion. So, far be it from me to lecture you about, you know, crafting exactly the kind of game experience you're going for. Let's take a look at the stack of books. What do we have here? We got a cabinet we can take a look at. No word from Balthazar. Let's go ahead and read this. Yep, same note.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Adventurers, we join me in welcoming our great friend Drake the Wyvern Slayer, Knight of the Banhammer, Philosophus Rex to the Wyvern Slayer. Good to have you here, Philosophus. Sesame says, your first time playing, I say slow burn it, because once mods happen, it's going to be tough to do achievements. Yeah, that's a good reasoning there, Sesame. How is your mom doing? I know that she's a big part of your life, and you spend a great deal of your time looking after her. How's your good mom doing? Missive from Ketrick. While we're waiting for Sesame to reply here, let's read this note from Ketrick. Gortash, the tone of your recent letter is inappropriate. You may follow the Lord of Tyranny, but I do not answer to him or to you. It isn't the fault of any of the chosen that the artifact has gone astray. Unforeseen events occurred as they always do. I acknowledge your planning mastery and brilliance of mind, but you lack the depth of experience that brings patience and composure. The artifact will be found. Our enemies will be thwarted. We will prevail. Now show us that you're as reliable as well as brilliant. General Ketrick Thorn. Sesame says, my mom survived a surgery. She's recouping. So far, she's doing better. Thank goodness. Sesame Street Fighter. Sending nothing but love to you, my good friend. You and your mom. Baraz says, my achievements work with mods, though. Ah. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. We've seen that before. Absolute was planning something big. Stack of books. Rich and fertile land. This ancient map depicts the area surrounding Moonrise Towers in detail, depicting the profusion of local fauna, deer, rabbits, black bears, and flora, with special emphasis placed on areas for prolific foraging. Can't get to that stack of books. What about this wicker basket here? Got some rotten eggs. We can send that to the camp. It still has some gold value, if you could believe it. Fist of Marcus.
Open up.
Fist Marcus, rather. Half-plate armor. We can send that to the camp. He's got a Great Club +1. We can send that to the camp. And he's got a unique ring. Shifting Corpus Ring. Shiny, deceptive, simple band designed to look like those worn by battlefield scouts and city pickpockets alike. Invisibility and blur. Not bad. Pick that up. And we have a Mind Flayer Parasite specimen here. Hanging suspended in murky slime, the living tadpole looks like some hideous cousin to the slug, only gorged and slick, with remnants of brain fluid. Illithid powers. Let's go ahead and embrace our potential adventurers. Let's see. Ability drain. Perilous stakes. We're going to go ahead and invest in perilous stakes. Look at that brain on Illithids. Only one section of our brain that has not been infected by an Illithid tadpole. Sesame says that's Marcus, the winged guy who tried to take Isobel. Aha. I had forgotten about that. Let's go ahead and see about speaking with the dead. I don't know. Did I kill him? I forget. We could try. Speak with the dead. It's a ritual.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Do you have any valuables in this place?
Only my devotion.
What do you know of Ketrick Thorn?
Chosen of The Absolute wants the cleric more than anything.
What is the Absolute's end game?
Enlightenment. Love. Power.
Do you know the source of Kethric's invulnerability?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
How did you come to follow the Absolute?
Squad. Captured. Enlightened.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Alright, that's Marcus for you. Adventurers, please join me in welcoming our good friend Joker Soul Dragon to the Wyvern's Lair, saying, "What up, Mr. Wyvern?" Sesame says they're going to make an entire Men's Horizon mod. I'm super excited. Oh, that does sound pretty cool. Sesame. Baran says, take 2 achievements by installing Script Extender. It makes achievements work by default. Honor mode achievements, though, might still not work. That's just it, as it is designed not to. Good to have you here, Joker. Let's go ahead and read a little gift. Marcus, I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are, and I trust you shall make good use of them. You have a golden opportunity to please the General. Do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor has proven difficult since the harvesting, but if I am afforded the opportunity, I shall pass along your gratitude. Perhaps the appendages they were referring to was the wings that Marcus was able to use to go ahead and escape the Harper's base. Sesame says, I would not mind eating some sesame buns with a burger. I actually had a bite to eat before the stream, Sesame, for that exact reason. Oh my goodness, speaking of, where are we? Class book. Let's take a look at this.
Here goes nothing.
This is a log on the work of one of Balthazar's necromancers, Cressa Bone Daughter, dated 210 days ago, so 20 days ago. After the state the fallen one was in, I never expected Cressa would be able to save it. I was hoping the usurped thing would die. That's what it would have wanted. It's not as if Cressa studying it is going to prove much. It was damaged in the attack far beyond what the mere tadpole could do, but she seems fond of the foul creature. Let her play with it. Another entry seems to be written into this log, dated a 10-day later. I should not have, in hindsight, let Cressa keep her pet. Ever since it was shipped onto one of the Nautiloids to be deployed, she has been inconsolable. It won't survive out there. It needs me. It isn't like the others. The feral thing will make a fine warrior for the Absolute, and now my best assistant is distracted thinking about it. Pah! She will come to heal again soon enough. Fun little fact, I was watching some background videos on the development of Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian, and I think it was the lead writer, Andy Smith, who said that readables were often a great way for the writing team to add little bits of lore and story to the game without having to put too much pressure on other parts of the
Disc is
team.
formed from slate and engraved with Githyanki writing. The symbols are striking to look at, but you aren't sure what they mean. Without a cipher or primer to aid you, the disc's message could be near impossible to discern.
Command the disc to reveal its secrets. Let's try that.
The disc doesn't respond.
Oh, it doesn't care about me. What about investigation? Seek a pattern in the writing. Oh, DC 20. No, I don't even want to bother with this. Can I escape out of it? Oh well, we'll just go ahead and roll. 4. Yep, we're not making DC 20. We're not
No
going to
matter
spend
how hard you
inspiration.
try, you can't make any sense of the symbols.
Discover the history of Prince Orpheus. Before we do that, let's go ahead and welcome our fellow adventurer, Drake of the Wyvern's Lair, Knight of the Banhammer, and my good friend Flint Fireforward saying, "Okay, suckers, behave. The hammer has arrived." Good to have you here. Fireforward, discover the history of Prince Orpheus. Discover a method of deciphering the Orpheus texts. There may be a way to decipher these books. We should keep an eye out for something that might aid us. Okay. We are slowly making our way through the horrors of the Moonrise Tower, as you can see here. Fireforge. Attention acolytes. A reminder, acolytes are permitted entry to my chambers for the sole purpose of collecting moon lanterns. My library is not to be tampered with. While the Absolute appreciates your eagerness to learn, my bookshelves do not. Any request to borrow from them must be given to me in advance, and are like to be refused. Should you desire information on poisons, do not think to read any tome on the subject here. They are inclined to grant more knowledge than the written word could provide. Remember, the Absolute's purpose is better served by a beating heart than a poisoned mind. Though if you choose death, I will ensure you serve her still. Pick that up too. Got a surgery kit here. Got a corpse, just named corpse, with some gold. A heart. A human heart carefully cut from the chest. Coagulating blood slowly drips from an artery. Bone. All with gold values. That's going to the camp. We have no qualms about taking viscera with us. Who knows? Maybe we can turn it into an ingredient of some sort. Balthazar's apprentice. Take the gold and send all the rest of the camp. Happily to the camp. Got a row of books here.
That's curious.
Sudden and Swift Death. Send that to the camp. What is this? Bookshelf labeled Galvanic Interrogations. Bookshelf labeled Poisons and Venoms. And bookshelf labeled Musty Tomes. Ooh, do we dare risk it? Let's take a look at this one. Aha! An ancient altar. Let's take a look at this row of books. A scroll of dark vision, a scroll of cloud kill. Take all that stuff with us. Recipe of drow poison. Let's go ahead and read that in case we don't have that recipe. Alright. This entry was in the Master of Alchemy, Haskin Zelsefen. Begins with the drow formula for drow poison. Begins with the formula for drow poison. Combine essence of swarming toadstool with any salts, and lo, you will have yourself a dose of drow poison as dark as the goddess Lot's temper. Time was I would grimace at the prospect of poison. Not that I think it's cowardly. I just didn't think that was my legacy. A scaleless dragonborn who wrote some books that jilted scum used to poison their heartbreakers. My old friend Nikaros tried to convince me that such poison better equip adventurers for danger of the road. What a crude, happy-go-fuck reality attitude. Adventurers make up a sliver of the Sword Coast populace. Mostly, it's folk trying to get by. And in this day and age, that means poisoning your ex-lover, or some man who stole your prized goat, or some woman who called you a crabby little bitch behind your back. Well, I say, go ahead. Use my work however you want. Recipe unlocked drow poison. Great. Let's go ahead and send that to the camp. Bookshelf labeled conventional medicine. Aha. Okay, there's traps here. We'll skip conventional medicine. Potion of healing recipe. This book is redolent with the enticing smell of paper and ink. I think we have this. Yeah, we do. We should. Yeah, we've already read that book before. We'll go ahead and send it to the camp. We do have an altar here. We have to insert an item. Poisoned. Let's move away from the cloud. Oh my goodness, is this poison just filling the entire tower? This is not good. Oh, there he goes. Oh, thank gosh. Okay. So, let's interact with this ancient altar. I am guessing we may need hearts. Let's take a look at this big pot. Nothing there. It's a trap. Joker says, I believe that's what Admiral Akbar said. Sesame says, on the table, he sent all to the camp. Yep, I can go and get it. Need be. Let's go ahead and take up these reagents in the meantime. Got Balthazar's personal notes 3. Request from the next caravan. Any works by Mordenkainen. Let's catch up on current events. No Volo. Better a century of ignorance. Hidden Vellum. Holds ink like no other. Could harvest from an acolyte. New copy of Swift and Sudden Death for library. Current volume. Badly scorched. Okay. Go ahead and pick that up. For the fun of it. Acorn Truffle. Nightlight Frond. And Swarming Toadstool. Okay. Let's continue to look through what we have here. We have one heart. Pick that up. We got a decapitated head. We got Balthazar's personal notes too. Note: install a drain beneath library's conventional medicine shelf. It's wasteful to let all that blood seep through the flagstones, and it will rust the spikes besides. So that's a clue to the trap there. A line slashes through the above. The same hand and fresh ink below. Disregard. The smell gives me sweet dreams. Yeah, the books are cool, Sesame, and they also can save the unwary player. Dangers they might run across during their playthrough. Let's find that heart. There we go. And that did it. That did it. Heck yeah, adventurers. Let's take a look at this big pot. I had no idea about that. And for me to solve a puzzle, that's kind of almost miraculous, adventurers. Let's take a look at this opulent chest here. Let's have Astarion do his work. It's locked.
At least things have
Do we have the key? We do not. Astarion, can you pick it? Lockpick.
Challenge.
DC 14, off we go. 30 does it. Now, if it's trapped, we're going to be in for a world of hurt. It's not. Elixir of Necrotic Resistance. Gaining resistance to necrotic damage, this elixir can be thrown at a target to apply its effects until a long rest. Smells of fresh herbs and berries. Some say flowers placed within will bloom indefinitely. Sesame says, you are welcome, Wyvern. Cold Brim Hat. Once per turn, any condition inflicted on a target also applies to turns encrusted with frost. Upturning the hat and gazing into it, you get the slightly vertiginous feeling, as if you were looking into a cold, abandoned well with no discernible end, encrusted with frost. Affected entity has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. When there are 7 or more turns remaining, the entity must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d4 cold damage and become frozen. On a successful save, it only takes half damage. Afterward, the frost sloughs away, removed by burning. Interesting. Once per turn. That's a curious little hat. Pick up all that good stuff. Sesame says, if you're playing a necromancer, this is a very important room.
Build my castle with bones.
Alright, let's take a look at the research notes here.
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles.
Aha.
But they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
It's the Dream Visitor, in fact, who's speaking in our heads. Necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles, but they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So we knew that from Auntie Ethel, the hag. She wouldn't
Shouldn't have wished to live in more
treat us
interesting
because of the
times.
Netherese magic that she detected on our tadpole. I redirected some materials from beneath the tower. I plan to simply raise what forces I need inside the mausoleum itself, but the general prefers that no more of his family crypts be disturbed. Even so, I may have no choice. The temple will not surrender the Night Song easily, and the general's invulnerability depends on it. I am sure he will forgive a little transgression if it frees the army to move on Baldur's Gate at last. Let's take a look at what we got here. Whoa! Broken Moon Lantern, Dead Pixie, a ritual circle, and another dead pixie. A goblet with dead tadpoles.
A goblet filled with the mutilated corpses of illithid parasites. Whatever ungodly experiments were performed on them likely killed them.
Huh. We got Balthazar's torture chair.
A seat that has seen many occupants, none of their own volition, and none in comfort.
Got sigils drawn in blood here of a skull. Let's take a look at the ritual circle.
A ritual circle. Looks like it was used in the crafting of moon lanterns.
Dead pixies. Let's examine this. No description whatsoever, but they have a gold value, so we're picking them up. I gotta say, I'm curious. You said that this room would be important for necromancers, but I didn't see anything here that really stood out to me as being, game-changing for necromancers, unless, of course, you have to be a necromancer to find whatever it is.
Let's see.
Whatever secrets this,
A seat that has seen many occupants, none of their own volition, and
examine
none
this.
in comfort.
Sesame says you can get a certain summon undead. Ah, okay, so you have to be a necromancer to really get a benefit out of exploring that area. Gotcha. Thank you, Sesame. Let's take a look at these bottle racks. Let's see what we have here. We got a wooden
have a
desk we
look.
can take a look at. Pop. Send that to the camp. Magnifying glass. Or you should take a look at the goblins, the Maglivut Gambit. Let's take a look at that. Goblin troops, though crude and a bit dim, are valuable because they are adaptable and can be fitted into a number of different military roles, excelling as archery skirmishers and orc cavalry scouts. If rigorously drilled, some can function as disciplined flanks armed with half-pikes, and even the ones who can't be trained to march in step can serve as prime catapult fodder. The key to recruiting a tribe of goblins is their profound respect for their priests, who lead the tribe members in the worship of all-conquering Maglivut. Therefore, let the high priest of the 7 tribes of the southwest coast be invited to a grand council, a feast where they will be fed, well flattered, and well lubricated with jugs of plonk laced with a mild paralytic. The priests will awaken with new guests in their crania and be led into docile devotion to a new and greater god than Maglivut, the Absolute. And trust me, where the priests go, their warriors will follow. Advisor Balthazar. Which explains the goblin tribe that we found in the Chapter 1 area. Okay, we'll keep on moving through the complex. I think we've already looted this room of its secrets, so we can head back out here. We got Marcus. Let's take a look at our spells. How many of these do we have? Divine Smite. We got one level 3. How many rests do we have? Do we have any short rests available to us? It's been so long I'm no longer used to the UI. Where is our short rest counter? Oh, we do have short rests available to us. Take a look at Shadowheart spell slots. Oh wow, we're looking pretty good in our spell slots. So let's just go ahead and get in a short rest.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
And let's get to moving here. Got some ink and a quill. Another stack of books. Alright, I think we've looted this room of all its goodies. Let's head back out. And I think we were heading towards this store here.
You. What have you done? What have you done to me?
I'm gonna say... You're mortal again, Thorm. I've come to finish you.
Impossible. You are a thrall. A slave. You serve the Absolute. You serve me. Bow, you dog. Bow! The prism. You've had it all this time. You worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break.
Here we go. Critical hit. That's not good. Alright, Astarion. You need healing is what you need. Who has the pots?
Your command beholds the dance of death.
You do. Potion of Greater Healing, we'll send that to Astarion.
I've missed this.
Go ahead and drink that. And next, what are we going to do? We're going to switch to the Falar Alluve. And let's go ahead and sing with it. We're going to go ahead and sing. The sword sings a melody. All allies within a 6-meter range have a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and charisma, wisdom, and intelligence saving throws. The sword will stop singing if unequipped. Last 5 turns. Off we go. There we go. And I'm happy with that turn. And turn. Something says if I'm ever going to get DM a co-op, I'm bringing in a Drider. Sounds good. Let's see where Ketheric goes. Kethric's coming down. Deadly orders on the Dark Urge.
Your attack, soldiers.
Alright, we're up with Minthara. Choices. So I go, then the Squire goes. The General's Warhound. Then Sustara. Looks like a cleric. And the Dark Urge, then Shadowheart. Okay, Karnas has already taken his turn. We're gonna go ahead and cast Darkness with Minthara. Requires a long rest before use, so we can't actually cast that Darkness. Well, that's unfortunate. Ketheric Thorm is 145 XP. card in the light of the absolute. Let's see. Disengaging would be an action, and this would also be an action. Well, let's see. Oh, it would be an action and a bonus action. Okay, I get it. I get it. Soul branding. What do we want to do? I guess we're going to go ahead and lay hands on Astarion. Let's go ahead. Where's Astarion? Bring him to full hit points. And we're going to go ahead and brand the weak on Ketrick. There we go. And that'll be Minthara's turn. Fireball. Psionic Backlash for sure. Incubating. Alright, let's take a look at Ketrick. Aura Protection. So, the Paladin and any nearby allies have a +5 bonus in saving throws. Aura of Hate. The Paladin and any nearby friends and undead deal an additional 5 bludgeoning damage to damage dealt with melee weapons. And the Moon Shield. Protected by light of a moon lantern, the Shadow Curse does not affect this entity and slash the weak. Sesame says, use Minthara's aura. You need to enable it. Got you, okay. Alright. Alright, we're not going to panic just yet. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and trigger Divine Smite. We're going to upcast it to level 3. Whoa. 30% high defense. That's not good. Not enough movement. 45 high defense. Where's that defense coming from? The Moon Shield. Grave Magic. Extra attack. Some Mister of Souls. Ketrick's Aura. Defense. You gain +1. Improved Divine Smite. Reaper's Rigidity. Shield Bash. Immutable Form. Arcane Enchantment. Divine Health. Magical Plate. Aura Protection, there you go. That's saving throws, though. Well, Shadowheart shares this turn with Wyvern. So let's go ahead and put our allies in darkness.
10 minutes.
There we go. And anything else we can do here? Cast Healing Word on the Dark Urge. Dipped in poison.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
And now we can go ahead and Divine Smite. Divine Smite level 3, right? Yep, there we go.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Perfect. Half health. We're going to go ahead and Divine Smite once again. Level 3 again. 51% chance. We're tossing the coin. Got him.
My lord beckons me. You have no idea what you're meddling with. You're a pawn, a slave to forces you cannot comprehend. I am the chosen, and you are nothing. Follow. See.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
Alright, we got some updates here. Let's figure out what's going on. Alright, defeat Ketheric Thorm. We battled Ketheric Thorm. Before we could finish him, he fled somewhere below the tower. We need to follow him. Infiltrate Moonrise Tower is complete. We did battle with Ketheric Thorm, but before we could defeat him, we were interrupted by a giant tentacle that carried Ketheric away. Alright, this rest of the fight should hopefully be a little easier now that we're, safely in magical darkness. So let's go, and anything else we can do here? Yeah, let's go ahead and put... We don't have a concentration spell going on Wyvern at the moment. Let's take a look at this creature here. It has pretty low charisma, pretty low intelligence.
What should I do?
I'm not so sure how that synergizes with Shadowheart. It's a con save. So yeah, let's do Constitution.
Survival is all that matters.
We'll Hex. Constitution on Karanis. There we go. And that'll be my turn. Can't do anything more with Shadowheart, so we'll go ahead and end turn as well. Maybe move a little back. Here come the Necromites. War God's Blessing, yeah. 23 damage in Karnice. Blinded, excellent. We're going to go ahead and use Charm. Alright, this is better. This is better. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here on the board. Oh, the Necromites are easy to take care of. They're no issue at all. So let's go ahead and get to work right away. What do I want to do here? I think I definitely want to sneak attack this thing. 51% chance to hit. And we're back. I apologize about that, Adventurer's Morn. What can I say? That young man has a mind of his own when it comes to the hamster wheel. So we haven't missed all that much. I took a turn with Astarion and did some damage here to Karnice. It is now paralyzed, and that kind of catches us up where we are in the fight. So welcome back, adventurers, and let's continue our battle here against Ketheric Thorm's allies. Sesame says, go for the eyes, boo, indeed. Alright, so we're over here with Minthara. And Minthara can basically have her way with Karnice here. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't want to expend too many spell resources here, so let's dive in. Critical hit, excellent. We'll hit him again. And down goes Karnice. We back. We back with a vengeance. So Karnice has been put down. We'll go ahead and end turn with Minthara. Strength in numbers, calling reinforcements. Minthy is a badass. Misty Step, where? Ah. How is she up there? What is she standing on? I don't understand. Is she just kind of flying? Let's take a look at this character. Sustara. She seems to be hovering in the air. Alright, we're back up with the Dark Urge. Conjures 2 beams of crackling energy. Force tunnel. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That is weird. But it is something we can get around for sure. I'm just seeing what other options we have here. We can reapply the Hex, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and reapply it to Constitution on Sustara here. And then we're just going to go and put some damage on them.
Done.
Perfect. 19 hit points out of 65. Sustara is almost out of the fight. We're going to go ahead and end turn. Flip over to Shadowheart here. And can Shadowheart put the finishing coup de grace on Sustara potentially? Let's see. How can we make this an even better hit? Thunderwave. Who can we catch with the Thunderwave here? That looks like a pretty good use of Thunderwave. Let's go ahead and do that. Not exactly attacking what's-her-face, but you know what? I thought that was a pretty fun thing to do. So fun first, in my opinion. Necromites. Getting into position here. Alright, we're over with Astarion. And Astarion can probably get in a sneak attack against Sustara. This should take her out of the fight, so we'll go ahead and do that. More God's Blessing. Yep. Down goes Sustara. That is so weird. Sesame. I don't know what that is. Sesame says, can't spell funeral without fun. Okay, that was evil Sesame talking. Alright, we're done with Astarion over there. I don't think there's much you can do. We're just going to go ahead and turn.
Ready for battle.
We're over Minthara. Let's get to work on these Necromites. Any of them taking damage. Perfect. I like that. We'll go ahead and turn. Here comes the Squire. Ooh. We're going to go ahead and charm it. And charm was successful. General's Warhound. Let's take a look at this thing. Level 5 Undead. Blinded, Threatened, Charmed. Necrotic Resistance. Vulnerable to bludgeoning. Well, I think we have this fight. Let's go ahead and reapply Hex. We'll reapply Constitution. And let's go ahead and wreck shop. Luck of the Far Realms. When you make a successful attack roll against a foe, you can change that into a critical hit. Huh. Why couldn't I use Luck of the Far Realms on Ketheric Thorm? I kind of want to hang on to that in case we face Ketheric Thorm once again. So let's hang on to that for the time being. Down goes the Squire in a single hit. We like it. And let's go ahead and pop. Sesame says you rolled 26 already. Got you, so it was a critical hit. I get it. Let's go ahead and pop this Necromite. We will not use Luck of the Far Realms. Do we get another attack? Nope. Let's get back into the darkness here and end turn. Alright, we're over with Shadowheart. Let's go ahead and just poke away at these things. Do I want to use Divine Strike? No. That's a good turn from Shadowheart. So much for this being a hard battle, Sesame. I'm telling you, Darkness is such a powerful ability. Alright, we're over with Astarion. Let's go ahead and sneak attack that creature there.
I thirst for combat.
Let's get out our regular attacks of Minthara. End turn.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Off the last one of the last Necromites here. Nice. Only one Necromite left on the board. Let's head back into the darkness and end turn. Who is this? This is Shadowheart. Let's move Shadowheart into the darkness. End turn. That little Necromite doesn't want to engage us. It's okay.
Push my luck again.
Not enough movement.
Time to kill.
I think I'm invisible, right? With Astarion. So let's go ahead and dash.
Quickly.
And move forwards. And now we should be able to sneak attack this last Necromite. And that's the fight.
It seems we can't kill Ketheric Thorm without following him into the bowels of this place.
Alright, let's get us another rest.
Time to see what new horrors waiting for us.
I agree, Astarion.
Pull yourself together.
Let's take a look at our options in the audio. We'll bump it up to 90, just for the fun of it. Okay. Resume. And do I have Speak with the Dead? I do. Let's cast it on Carnice here.
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Oh no! Oh, I see. Okay. So we have to... Let's see. Does Minthara have Speak with the Dead? She does. Shadowheart does. So let's go ahead and disguise ourselves with the Dark Urge. How do we do that? Do we have the means to disguise ourselves? We don't.
There can be no respite.
Let's do it with Shadowheart then.
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Huh. Alright, Astarion. I guess we could just use the hat then. Where is the hat?
Still alive.
The helm.
Progress.
Sort by type. Are we carrying the helm with us? Doesn't seem like we are.
Comes. I'm ready.
Amazingly enough. Do we have a scroll of disguise? Nope. Huh. Oh, and look at that. We can actually return back to our camp now. Let's return back to the camp. I must have left it back at the camp, Sesame.
One day I'll catch a break.
Let's go and
Now, play nice. Close and beak to yourself.
let's fetch out the item that we need. Sort by type. Jeez, look at all this stuff. That's what we want. And before we go any further, let's go ahead and get in a long rest.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
You have enough camp supplies to restore all hit points and spell slots if you long rest. Do you want to end the day? Yes. Sesame says, wow, the Wyvern Emporium. Let's go ahead and get in that long rest. 42 camp supplies, I don't mind wasting 2 extra. Sesame says that's easily 5k worth of gold there. I hope, Sesame. Alright, let's return back to staging ground of the slaughter. There is the body of Karanis. Let's wear the helm. Send all this to the camp for now. Don't need to carry it with us. That looks good. Where's the helm? There it is. Let's go ahead and disguise ourselves into... Yeah, let's make ourselves into a human. Why not? And can't speak with the dead on Carnies.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
I'm gonna say... How did the Shadow Curse come to be?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
I'm gonna say... Where are you from?
Moonrise.
And what were you doing? Who are you?
Raised. Forgotten. We are... tried.
And what were you doing?
Shepherding. The faithful. Carrying... a lady's light.
Say, what happened to you?
Love. Cast out. Absolute. Saved.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
That's Carnice for you. What? What are you talking about? We can't reach this. Gonna go ahead and end our shapeshift. Do we have a scroll of flying? Fly. Potion of flying. We do. I hate to waste one, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and throw down a save. Sesame says you can jump up there. Ah, okay. In that case, before we use that, we'll try to see if we can get closer to Susdara there. Cruel Sting. Sting the Helpless. A drow elf wielding this weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 poison damage against restrained targets. Interesting. It also has ensnaring strands as a conjuration spell. The trauma of becoming a Drider is quickly set aside with a cold arachnid dispassion. This sword follows that disturbing trend. A replenishing poison gland is built within, deployed only against trapped opponents. Faraz says, I could be wrong, but I think the Cleric's Divine Strike is free. I say that because I saw you choose not to use a few minutes ago. You got a Moon Lantern here. We'll take all that. That's a great
What the next move is.
insight here. So I think War Priest extra attack charges. Yeah. I'd have to dig into that, Baraz. I'm not so sure. I thought Divine Strike expended some sort of clerical resource, but I could be wrong.
Meat.
All right, let's take a look at these necromites. Silver necklace, we can send that to the camp. Bones and Fumer, out to the camp it goes. Candle can go to the camp. Divine Strike is free. Oh, good to know, Sesame. Thank you. Got another jewel necklace there. Some bones. Let's take a look at the Squire. Nothing in the Squire, unfortunately. All right.
Need to find a way forward.
Let's search around his chamber here. We got some wine. It's a camp resource. We can pick that up. Round flask. Take a look at these bottled racks. The necromantic codexes and their enigmas. Let's go ahead and read this. Stamps in the end papers indicate this book was once part of the library of the High Heralds when they occupied Moonrise Towers. The librarian's summary reads as follows. A very old scholarly treatise about obscure necromantic tomes and codexes, their mystic and arcane locks, and how to unlock and decipher them. At the end, the librarian appended the following note. Urgent request from researcher Ilian Toth to borrow this book, officially denied. Stated casual interest in the notorious necromancy of Thay is a clear warning sign that his interest is anything but casual. In any event, this isn't even the book he wants. That's the Tharsarite Codex. Send that to the camp. Sesame says a wiki tip. The different methods of using Divine Strike have independent once per turn cooldowns. Activating the Divine Strike directly does not prevent it triggering again that turn with a post-strike reaction. That means Divine Strike can actually be used twice in a turn, provided it is used once with each method. Okay. Thank you, Sesame Street Fighter, for that insight there. Scroll of Evard's Black Tentacles. We'll happily pick that up. Take a look at these bottle racks here. Let's continue to explore the rest of the Tower of Moonrise, the very top of the Tower of Moonrise. Good thing I have Shadowheart spec'd into a War Priest. We have a heavy chest here. Let's go ahead and lockpick it with Astarion.
With pleasure.
DC 18. 22 does it.
How many died today?
And inside we have the Ring of Exalted Morrow. A level 1 enchantment spell, Exhort the Risen, and Ghoulish Touch. Gazing through this ring, you find that there is no other side, only a small, sucking blackness that defies explanation. Let's take a look at the stuff. Exhort the Risen. Subjugate the undead with your commands. Interesting. Ghoulish Touch. Lash out with deadly claws and possibly paralyze the target. Ooh. 2 turns. Elves and undead cannot be paralyzed by this attack. That is a really cool ring. That is a really, really cool ring. What's the save? It doesn't indicate what it saves against. Okay. Pick that up. Who gets the ring? Shadow Click Ring. Strange Conduit.
What now?
Killer Sweetheart.
By my oath.
Eversight Ring. Color Spray. Kind of like that on Minthara.
Anymore.
We'll send this to Minthara. Let me just take a look at Astarion here. Ooh, I really like the Killer's Sweetheart on the Dark Urge. That would be amazing for him to get in 2 critical hits. Shadow Cloaked Ring. I really feel like the Killer's Sweetheart is better on the Dark Urge. We're going to put it on the Dark Urge.
Oh, not as bad as it could have.
When you kill a creature, your next attack roll will be a critical hit. And we want as many big critical hits as we can out of the Dark Urge. Shadow Cloaked Ring or Strange Conduit Ring? Let's get rid of the Shadow Cloaked Ring. And we can put that on...
In your name.
Color Spray.
Trust no one.
I kind of like that on Minthara. Yeah, we'll give that to Astarion in the meantime.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Let's see. We'll give it to Shadowheart, actually. When you heal creature, Ring of Absolute Force. Yeah, we'll give it.
Keep your distance, darling.
We'll give it to Shadowheart.
There's no time to waste.
If it is for the best.
Someone there?
Baraz says Ketheric ran away after barely 1 turn from a bunch of critical smites, if I remember well. Damn paladins. That's right, 2 paladins in a party. Wreck shop, that's for sure. Man, Ring of Absolute Force. Is that what we're doing?
I am listening. You need my expertise.
Well, Minthara can do a heck of a lot of damage herself, right? So we actually need this on Minthara. That works out. And then the Ring of Absolute Force can maybe go to Astarion.
Keep a blade close.
Though I do like Color Spray, being able to blind enemies. I don't know. Sesame says, indeed, 2 Novas in 1 turn, and that was the Dark Urge. Yeah. No, that was a great way to handle Ketheric for sure. But to add on to that, there was 2 things that really worked in my favor. One, the Folara Lu being able to apply an unbreakable blessing onto the party because it's not a concentration ability. And then, of course, Darkness, which gave me advantage to hit against Ketheric. That was key. Otherwise, it would have been a much harder battle. Are we happy with this?
Let's get on with it.
I think we are. Let's see. Minthara has that.
Let's get going.
You have the Killer Sweetheart. That's right, because the Dark Urge can do the most damage. Alright, that's what we're going to run.
I can do better.
Alright, let's take a look. Scroll of her glory. An instructional missive to the zealots of the Absolute offered an audience. To be seen is to be known, and to be known by her is most perfect. One must rid one's mind of all veils. Nothing can escape her unseeing gaze. So to hold any secrets before her is folly. All you have, every little scrap of your being, belongs to her. In return, you may be offered a fraction of her being, a shard of perfection lodged in your uncomprehending mind. We are true souls after all, and the truth our souls hold is hers. Pick that up. Sesame says, really interested in seeing an honor mode tri-wyvern. We will co-op. One day, Sesame, that will happen on the channel, and you will have an honored seat for that playthrough if I get around to it. Okay, let's take a look at Sastara. So you said that I can jump up there? I don't see a way to get up there. There is no... I think I need to fly. Alright, we're just going to burn a potion of flying. There's no way to get up there. I mean, I could use the jump spell you said. But the question is, what ledge will we use? This one? That's still too far away. I think we gotta fly. That was a weird little glitch. Okay. And then how do we use this? How do we fly? Oh, there we go. We got a key and the Merculite Scourge. Alright. That's what they had. Mystery solved. A note from Gortash. Okay, just a note to say that I was alarmed to learn that your strike teams have not recovered the artifact. The Githyanki appear to be after it as well. I'll have more to say about this when time allows, but it's essential that your troops do not allow that object to slip between their fingers. Gee. Pick that up. Gortash. And let's make sure we haven't missed anything here. Let's explore the exterior of the tower here. There's that necromite. Some gold and malachite. We can send that to the camp. A large vase. Torches. Let's take a look at this ballista. I can hear something beneath us.
Something good here. I hope.
Just one of those blighted trees from the Shadow Curse. What about here? Nothing there. A ballista with an overgrown Shadow Curse tree across it. And I think that's it. I think we've looted this place of whatever secrets it had. Let's go to this part of the tower, the ruined tower. The hollow tower. We're getting a save. An autosave. Okay. That's the way down. Alright. Time to see where Ketheric fled.
Better not be cursed.
Sesame's okay, you cleared it. I guess you're You're a completionist like myself, Sesame. You peer down the hole left by the tentacle that drew Ketheric into the darkness. Will you leap after him? Yes.
The hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
There we go.
All of this sitting beneath Moonrise. For how long? And how deep does it go?
Let's take a look at our journal updates. The Pale Elf. Raphael told us about the rite of profane ascension Cazador plans to perform at sacrificing his vampire spawn in exchange for greater power. Astarion is the only missing piece of the ritual, and Cazador needs him back. Astarion told us he wants to take the fight to Cazador in Baldur's Gate. Rescue the Grand Duke. Alright. Finally reached Moonrise Towers. Grand Duke Ravengard must be here somewhere. So perhaps somewhere in the depths of this fetid Illithid colony we'll find the Duke Ravengard. Defeat Ketheric Thorm. We pursued Ketheric beneath the tower and found ourselves in what appears to be a Mind Flayer colony. We need to find him. Let's drop a save. Descend and prepare. Sounds like the voice of the Absolute. A membrane.
Another day, another fight.
Was a critical hit. Oh, that's right, because I'm using an adamantine weapon. Intellect Devourer.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Say Shadowheart. We got a skeleton here. Send that to the camp. Intellect Devourer. She waits,
Not
huh?
attacking. Seems they think we're allies.
Minthara with an insight for us. Flesh Rot Door.
I need a quick word. The stench. I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
We have Chop here.
Fresh recruits for Ketheric's army. To a necromancer, a morgue is a muster yard.
A morgue.
Waiting to become us.
Interesting.
Faces go, chop. No faces, only meat. Never think, never stop.
Prepare the march.
Chop, chop,
My
chop.
chosen gather below.
Yikes.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective. You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you.
What is this place?
Nursery. Here. They become.
Become what?
part of one mind. 4 little feet dancing to same song.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
I need to find your master, Ketheric.
Master. No. Down deep. 1 of 3. 1 of 3.
We're going to go ahead and ask, well, what did you do to all these people?
Chop, chop. Help them become.
Illithid, enter his thoughts.
Pliant as well-worn boots, his mind turns to his work. Chop, cut, sort, shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles. The unworthy ones given over to the Illithids to become.
All right. We're going to go ahead and leave him to his work.
Chop, chop, chop.
Got a parchment, letter to the Absolute. Let's take a look at this. Childish scrawl, ringed by doodles. Dear Absolute, teacher says to write. He says it is like a prayer. We can see your tower now. I hope it is bright and smells nice like Mother's temple. Teacher says she will follow us soon. Please send teacher better dreams. He is grumpy. And when he is tired, he bounces the cart around a lot. We promise to all be quiet and good so we can sleep. Interesting. So, they've been raising an army of intellect devourers here.
So much blood. The Illithids take what's useful and discard the rest.
Pretty red, pretty pink. Make more.
Appreciably cared for boots.
Always chop, chop,
Butchered
chop.
mind. Adjustable steel helm. Gold gloss heraldic helm.
Pretty faces, dogs.
Let's take the butchered mind.
Faces. No faces, only meat. Never think, never.
Oh,
Only chop,
interesting. It was
chop.
over here. We got a regal helm, fierce golden helm, triumphal helm. Let's take a look at this thing. Worn ceremonially by commanders and generals at the head of parades. All right, that's kind of useless for us. Let's take a look at the butchered mind that we picked up. A humanoid brain alive and in perfect condition, suspended in a cerebrospinal fluid. Money, yeah. Sent to camp. That's true. This all could be money that we could sell. So let's go ahead and pick this up. I like your thinking. Sesame Street Fighter. There we go. They don't need it. Trample helm, regal helm, fierce golden helm. Send that to the camp. Leather gloves. They look magical almost. Ah. Sesame says, I usually don't hoard, but for this game I looted everything possible. Kind of smart considering that you don't really have random encounters, so what you get is kind of what you get. A list written with the painstaking care of a child. Certain entries are underlined as if for memorization. Teacher's rules. Ride in teacher's cart away from the soldiers. Don't look the guide in the eyes. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. Stay in the light. Talk about the moonlight lanterns, perhaps. Pick up the rules and the gloves. I think we're done here.
Might be useful.
All right. Send all this to the camp. Organized by type. Oh, nope. I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Sent to camp. Sent to camp. Cruel Sting. The Absolute's Protector. Iron Banded Shield +1. Armor class +2. Shield Devotion. Oh, that's not bad.
No one stopped me yet.
Send the Iron Banded Shield to the camp for now. Organized by type. And let's not forget to bind pack weapon, shall we?
Our enemies still draw breath.
Do we have any more warlocks here? Let's take a look at our character. A level 2 warlock. You're spec'd into Dex. You're not spec'd into Charisma.
Guide me.
Alright, so we just need to do that with the Wyvern.
Who's next?
And you're using the Saucer Greatsword. Yes, okay.
No time to rest. Moving in.
Alright. Let's head out of this area.
Let's see what this does.
The Illithid, the Intellect Devourer Factory. Oh, hey! Jeez. I think I wandered to something here. Winged Horrors. Oh no. That was a mistake. Good fight now, say Sesame. Winged Horrors, 32, 32. We're up with Astarion. What do we want to do? Astarion goes first. Can I hide? Sesame says they have paralyzed attacks. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, let's start out with a mirror image for Astarion. I think that's a good starting point. We can even use Shrouded in Shadow. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. There we go. We can run forwards a little bit.
Be quick.
And we're just going to go ahead and I think we're going to end turn. I could reach the Dark Urge. Hellish Rebuke, do not react. We're going to save those slots. They can fly. Another attack on the Dark Urge. Miss, thankfully. Alright, that's what we were waiting for.
Yes.
Minthara. Let's go ahead and have you... cast haste on the Dark Urge. Let's have Shadowheart cast darkness all around us. Blinded, excellent. We're going to go ahead and cast Healing Word on the Dark Urge. And then the Dark Urge is going to go to town. Now, I do 24 to 41 damage on a regular attack, so I don't even need to use... Well, we're going to go ahead and hex them for sure. We're going to go ahead and hex Constitution, because why not? Use your auras on your paladin, says Sesame. What auras do I have access to? I don't know how to mirror image there. That's kind of cool. Minthara. Okay. Well, let's see. I don't think I need to armor myself up. Let's just go ahead and start killing. Luck of the Far Realms. No need to use it just yet. One down. Let's go ahead and reapply Hex. We're good here. Nope. We can hang on to that for the time being. And I think we're good. Let's go ahead and end turn with the Dark Urge.
My victims await.
And let's push everyone into the
I
darkness.
seek an advantage.
Got to concentrate.
There we go. And let's see what these things do. Greater zombies. A Death Shepherd. Oh, this is a big fight. Alright, we're back. Sesame says, above your shield of faith on Minthara. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Unleash me.
So this is Minthara's character sheet here, and we're going to look for Shield of Faith. Aura Protection. You and your nearby allies gain a +2 bonus on saving throws. Interesting, and it doesn't seem to be in action. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and use that. That's for sure. That's for sure something we want to use. Let's go ahead and use Aura Protection right now. I don't think... Does it use a spell slot? It doesn't seem to. It's permanent passive. Yeah, why would we not use that? Definitely want to use that. Alright, we got a lot of stuff in here. Let's start to get to work with the Dark Urge on this Winged Horror. Let's go ahead and apply Hex. We're going to go use Constitution. And attack. I'm not going to use any of those. Next up, we're going to attack this Winged Horror here. We're going to go ahead and activate Great Weapon Master. Oh, I guess we can't just yet. Alright, we'll just take a regular attack. Facing off against these greater zombies. Let's go ahead and smack him. Nope. One more hit. Down it goes. Oh, hey! It's up by a thread. Okay. Let's have Minthara go after the next one. Sesame says, on honor mode, this is a scary fight. Interestingly enough, let me go ahead and show you the difficulty. It's custom. So enemy aggression is Tactician. Character power is balanced. Enemy loadouts is Tactician. So it's not honor mode, but it's definitely spicy. Okay, so with Minthara, we're going to go ahead and get in some regular attacks against these guys. .21 damage. Down it goes. We're happy with that. We're going to go ahead and end turn. Next up is Shadowheart. I think 96% chance is good there. Down it goes. Critical hit. Man, our rolls are just nasty. End turn. Going to end turn with
Fresh orders.
Astarion as well. Everyone's going to go ahead and end turn.
Stand in my way.
That you say it's Great Weapon Master free hit. There you go. Death Shepherd, come here. Undead Ward. Is it summoning things into the fight? I guess it is. It's okay, we'll take care of the ads first. I see the passive. I see it. Big Shepherd. Ross says, no, you did not use the free attack given when you crit with the Great Weapon Master. Ah, okay. I get it. Alright, we're up against these greater zombies. What do we have here? Just regular zombies, so we're going to target the greater zombies first. We're going to go ahead with Astarion. Critical hit. Nice. Can I bite it? Can't target undead, unfortunately. Let's get out a Hex. Oh, this is the bonus attack. Got it. That's the bonus action. Yeah, let's take that. There we go. Down it goes. Next up is
to keep going.
the Dark Urge. We're going to go ahead and Hex Constitution. We're going to hang on to those things for the Death Shepherd. And we're going to do what... Oh, hey! That thing's back up. Well, we'll let Shadowheart poke it down.
Let's finish this.
Down it goes. And then with the Dark Urge, we're going to get in one more attack here. And we should be in darkness. Yeah, let's move over here. I'm immune to blind.
On your command.
Let's get Minthara out. Oh, Minthara can't reach. I'm blocked. We'll move her
Taking
here.
up position.
And go ahead and with Astarion, let's move Astarion a little back here, so we're creating some room for Minthara, hopefully. Can she reach? She can now. Let's go after this one. And move back into darkness. And turn.
Let's turn someone inside out.
And turn.
Well, so much for peace.
I got one more attack here, so let's go ahead and take it. Sure. And that's as far as I can go. Let's make sure we're in the darkness. And turn.
Can't give up.
And turn with Shadowheart. Come on, Shepard. There you go. Come into the fight. That's what we want. We're not going to bother to charm the undead. Alright, we're up. My goodness, look at this. Alright, let's start things up with the Dark Urge. We'll go ahead and reapply Hex. Sesame says, nice bottleneck. Yeah. Nice. Down they go. Perfect. Go ahead and clean up the Reconstitution Duelist here. Nope. Oh, miss! React. That works. Luck the Far Realms. No. Not enough resources. Not enough resources. Do I have my free weapon? Great Weapon Master thing? No, I do not. Alright, Shadowheart.
Let up.
What I'd like you to do is throw down a darkness right here. Perfect. Sesame says Wyvern versus the Horde. Yeah, we're cutting a swath through them. Fun combat. Alright, we're up with Shadowheart. Let's poke that greater zombie. Oh, she doesn't have the means to do so. Okay, just kidding. We'll leave that job to Minthara. Why not? Sure. Take on this next zombie here. Use Great Weapon Master on the final zombie. Excellent. Silenced. And Astarion can go ahead and take care of this guy here. 64% chance to hit. War God's Blessing. Nah. Want to save that. Who knows?
Unleash me.
We're going to go ahead and turn with Minthara.
Never a dull moment.
And turn with the Dark Urge.
Talk to me.
And turn with Shadowheart. Here comes the Death Shepherd. Baraz says I should not have said free. Cost is a bonus attack. Bonus action, sorry. We are cutting through the horde, Sesame Baraz. Alright. We're back up with myself.
This is worth
Let's go ahead and see if we can carve a path to the executioner there. So we'll start things off with Mommy Minthara. Up by a thread. Damn. Alright, Shadowheart. Can't reach, can't reach. What about Astarion? You can reach. Open up a path there.
Still on my feet.
And then let's go in with the Dark Urge. Ooh, that thing is not quite in darkness. Okay. So let's move up a little bit with Shadowheart. And we're going to use Shar's Darkness again. Right over here. Now we're talking.
Sometimes the only way out is
Let's go ahead and curse the Death Shepherd. And let's go and rip him a new one. Luck of the Far Realms. Executioner. Down he goes. Adventurers, please join me in welcoming Queen Tiamat to the Wyvern's Lair, saying, "Make way, heroes, villainy is here." Slash bow. Good to have you here, Queen Tiamat, joining us all the way from the Abyss, aka beautiful Finland. Alright, let's get to work on the surviving undead here, the reconstituted duelist. Down he goes. And finally the zombie. It's up by a thread. Down you go. Wowzers. That was quite the unexpected battle. Let's go and see our handiwork here. Look at this slaughter. Look at this slaughter. Fighting in a swimming pool of undead viscera. Queen Tiamat says, good to be here. I mean, bad. Bad to be here. It's good to be bad, Queen Tiamat. That's what you mean. Back here with Baldur's Gate 3, I'm enjoying my return to my Dark Urge Origin character, and we are here in the heart of the Absolute here at Moonrise Towers. We are getting closer and closer to some kind of horrific, mind-breaking truth, it seems. Take a look at these winged horrors. So far, no joy from any of these things, as far as goodies. We've been let down. These undead don't have much in the way of riches for ourselves. How about the greater zombie? There we go. Some gold. We'll take it. We got some items from the reconstituted duelist. Zombie. Nothing there. Got a bottle. We can set the camp off that zombie. Some bones. A knife. Candle. And what about this reconstituted duelist here? Queen Tiamat says, yeah, that's what I mean. Queen Tiamat, isn't it a late hour there for you in Finland? Baraz says, I think the Shepherd's power is screwed by the darkness. Yeah, darkness is such a powerful ability, Baraz. That's why if I were Wolfheart and I'm playing a Dark Urge for my, a Dwergar for my solo run, I would definitely want to take advantage of, like, Warlock, Devil's Sight. It would make you so much more survivable if I was doing a solo honor mode run. At least that's, I mean, I'm in no way an expert when it comes to Baldur's Gate 3 combat mechanics, but it just seems like it by itself alone, darkness can sort of just mitigate a lot of unpleasantness that you can otherwise run into. Queen Tiamat says late, early, who can keep track? Fair enough, Queen Tiamat. And on the Death Shepherd, we had half-plate armor and a greatsword. Send all that to the camp. Wow. We just stumbled into that. Okay, let's make our way back. I wonder, is there a way of us sort of being able to rest? I didn't mean to go... I see what happened. Okay, we took the wrong tunnel. Sesame says, Queen, when are you ready to kick ass in this game co-op? Baraz says, your party kicks ass. Baraz says, does Shar have darkness at will? Shadowheart does have darkness at will. Let me show you that, Baraz, since you're curious. This is Shar's darkness. Create a dark shadow that heavily obscures and blinds creatures within. Creatures cannot make ranged attacks into or out of it. It is always prepared. It's a concentration spell, and you can use it once per turn. And if all of your characters have some means of seeing through magical darkness, it makes your party kick serious ass.
Still in control. Just. Best be on my way.
Can I go back? This is what I was curious about. I cannot. So that's kind of what I was wondering about, because I'm glad I didn't blow through a lot of my resources in that fight, because there is obviously the nastiness up ahead, and we want to hang on to our firepower for whatever's ahead here. As you can see, we can't go back to Moonrise Towers, and in this area, we are unable to camp. As evidenced by this this red sort of haze here. See, we're blocked off from being able to camp. Oh, can we use a long rest? You cannot fast travel right now, so gotcha. There we go. You cannot fast travel from this area. Sesame, Queen Tiamat says, good question. I'm a little swamped with things at the moment. Queen Tiamat, you and me both. We are both in swampland as far as how busy we must be IRL. I shouldn't be streaming today. Tuesday is usually not a stream day for myself as a content creator, but I've been away from Baldur's Gate 3 for so long, and I kind of wanted to sort of just, take my first steps into patch 7 and make a little bit of progress, so I decided to break my rules a little bit. My stream schedule moving forward is ideally, honestly, I want to be streaming no more than 3 times per week. Absolutely no more than 3 times per week. But that's going to be difficult, I think. Let's take a look at this rune slate. A series of dots and broken lines, entries in a language you cannot read. And yet you sense their meaning nonetheless. A blur of noise and pain filtered through a newly born high mind, staggered fresh from the spawning pool. The elder awakes. The elder births anew. But all is not right. Down in the darkness, where the elder stirs, something else moves too. 3 shining lights that taste of pain. Interesting.
Seems I can understand a Lithid script. Thank you, Tadpole.
There we go. Let's take a look through this flesh rot door. Good to have you here, Sesame Street Fighter, Queen Tiamat, and Baraz, as we return to the Forgotten Realms. I had an urge to return to my Dark Urge here. Mind Flayer pods. Okay, you know what goes down that way. All right, okay, yeah. Let's see what we have here. Tadpoling Center.
Players and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
Though the pod is empty, traces of psychic energy still linger about it, and memories of its former inhabitants spill into your mind. You see, the device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions, all that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. You feel amusement, curiosity, fascination. He believed the horrors of Moonrise to be a fleeting dream that fade on waking. Ravenguard was here, in this pod not long ago.
Oh, that's interesting. We got some information on Raven Pod, and we can see these illithids here.
Amusement, Curiosity. Fascination. He believed the horrors of Moonrise to be a fleeting dream that fade on waking.
Can we highlight this thing? The Mind Flayer, 71 points. Wow, that's not good. There's a bunch of Mind Flayers here. I'm worried about them being released, honestly, I am. Let's drop a save. Is there a way to look into these pods? I like the touch of science fiction horror with the Mind Flayer element here.
The chosen are my heart.
That looks like some NPC. That's definitely a Mind Flayer.
This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Ravenguard's search officer, Manep Shurga. She laments her failure to locate him. This pod pulsates with the angry memories of Ravenguard's search officer, Manep Shurga. She laments her failure to locate him.
We have another Mind Flayer here.
Desperation, pain, terror. Cultists raided his village. He was the sole survivor. Desperation.
Okay, the same
terror. Cultists raided his village.
Same bark. What about this one?
Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fires raging about you. But the pain is not enough to diminish your swing. One goblin after another falls to your blade.
A warrior of some kind.
His voice cries out through the thick smoke. Ravenguard, you call, but the clang of swords and spell shouts of attacking drow are your only reply.
Attacking drow. One of Duke Ravenguard's officers. Let's take a look at this.
The device does not react to your presence. Courage, conviction, defiance. Even as her organs began to dissolve, she believed she could resist.
A hero to the last.
The device does not react to your presence. The pod lies empty, echoing. No mind to draw on within. Delirium, mania, laughter. His mind broke before the end, and he was laughing uncontrollably as the skin fell from his face.
That doesn't sound pleasant. Let's drop F5 and take a look at this neural apparatus. Queen Tiamat says, but if I get that internship for RopeCon, then it will be autumn 2025 at the earliest. Queen Tiamat, you have to share us the good news about that internship for RopeCon, and I'm 110% sure that you're going to get it.
Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Ooh, we'll purge them.
Screams, psychic agony, terror, then nothing.
Not design, but death.
Nice. Destroyed them all. And in so doing, got 1,000 experience points. I'd say that was a pretty Dark Urge choice. You can see the blood from all the captives. Queen Tiamat says, oh, for sure. I just sent some emails to my teachers about it today. Nice, Queen Tiamat. 1K experience for being a naughty urge. Sesame says, noise. Alright. Elder stirs, awakes. Suspended Ceramorphosis. I struggle with that word. 3 hearts, 1 will. Interesting. Let's take a look at this.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Dedicated to scribe Yantis by Enver Gortash, Ceramorphosis, illithid larval transformation of a host humanoid into a mind flayer, typically occurs in less than a 10-day after infection. But the tadpoles laid by our captive elder brain are enhanced due to the powerful Netherese magic of the Crown of Karsus. Our enhanced tadpoles induce in their host a sort of suspended ceramorphosis, a state in which the host becomes susceptible to telepathic influence and even coercion from the Absolute, our elder brain. For our purposes, there are 2 key aspects to this influence. First, the conversion of the host into a mental lackey of the Absolute occurs entirely without the host's awareness. Its servility feels comfortable and natural, and is never consciously questioned. Second, the servile state persists even when the host is far beyond the usual range of an elder brain's psionic control. This phenomenon is spectacularly useful given our ambitions. They have a captive elder brain. That is interesting. Crown of Karsus. Ceramorphosis. There we go. Ceramorphosis. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Sesame Street Fighter. Let's take a look at the brine pool here.
Hurry now. The city calls out for
No tadpoles in this brine pool.
We got, what is it, these brine barrels. Let's take a look at them. Large, foul-smelling barrel. Covered in caustic brine, takes 1d4 acid damage per turn. Interesting. I'm imagining that if you're playing a solo honor mode run, you want to make as much use of these environmental...
This pod has a different air to its chitinous cavern. Dust and dirt are gathered on the inside. It's broken beyond repair, seemingly by a blunt impact, as if whoever was inside threw themselves against it in an effort to break out. Your brain hurls an image towards you, your own head, blood gushing down in front of your eyes.
Interesting. Humor me, Astarion. Can you give this blood a smell?
Excuse me. I'm not some bloodhound tracking your scent. I'm of a much higher pedigree.
Let's see. Charisma. Push deeper into the memory. DC 10. Yeah, we probably have this. 7? What? Alright, we'll roll inspiration. We should get it. 19. T-Mat says, "Aw, he never says no to me."
Banging your fists on a chamber until half your fingers were broken. How long inside? Days? Months? Lifetimes? The parasite was inserted into your head and your body crammed into a pod long before you were moved to the Nautiloid. A laughing woman, taunting you. She betrayed you. Who was she?
There we go. So we were a captive of these 3. This mysterious band of 3, and infected with an Netherese tadpole. An act of betrayal. Queen Tiamat, yeah, I know. Apparently, Astarion does not have the same sort of relationship with me as he does you. I'm not too offended. I'm not surprised with his response as well. Astarion's like a cat. He does what he wishes, not what you want him to do. He does what he wishes when he wishes. And again, I love the fact that you're rewarded for, you know, taking your time to explore.
Some who worked here were not thralls or undead. They were loyal to Ketheric and his grim cause.
As I was saying, I love how you're rewarded for exploration with additional story and insight into your character. Let's take a look at the map. Okay. I want to... actually want to go back and go down that passage that I haven't been down yet. So let's go down this way again. Queen Tiamat says, and you can sometimes trick him with treats. Like any good cat. True. This is exciting, adventurers. I'm really enjoying this. The Mind Flayer Colony. We're not going the right way. This is the way that I meant to go down. You have this passage here. Ah, I think this is where we fought all those winged horrors.
Experiments Balthazar performed here. I fear he made more than thralls and ghouls.
Interesting. So this is another one of Balthazar's lavatories. Those Nautiloid tanks. What do we have here?
No traps, please.
Send all that to the camp. What is that? Right, so this is where we fought the battle. Sesame says, Baldur's Gate 2 is probably in my top 3 of all-time best-written games. Sesame says, here we go. Okay. Slack-skinned head. Resonance stone. What do we have here? We can jump down, so we shall. What do we have here?
Nothing of use.
Ah, Sesame says, let's see Wyvern's brain power. Oh no, another puzzle?
Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design.
They have a captive elder brain.
I feel glorious.
This is interesting. We got a true mind, a slack skin head, mind archive interface, willing mind, resonance stone, ruin slates, and Balthazar's notes. Alright, let's take a look at the prayer for forgiveness first. Forgive me, Father, for I cannot help but admire the chosen of your sworn foe. Enver Gortash's genius will take us far, but fear not. Those of Bane always fall to the same folly. They cannot see the beauty of obliteration. The absolute hoax will garner false love for new slaves, but once I built a large enough army, I will use our hold upon the absolute slaves to begin this vile world's end. I can see the path through Gortash's brilliant plan. Gortash, Ketheric, and I will seize the Netherese relics that control the crown, and then use the crown to command the Illithid grand design. The dead three, age-old foes, our dire patrons, will be bosom friends for a time. Father, you created me to be the last soul alive. When the time is right and my power is assured, I will slaughter Gortash and Ketheric upon your altar, where I myself hope to die when the world itself is gasping its last. At the end of all this, Father, there will be not a single creature living. Everyone will die. Everyone will die for you. I will make you proud. Note appended at the bottom of the page in a different hand. Ha! Orin was right about her sibling, Balth.
And you, my many hands.
Okay. I think we can take that without messing up the ritual. Let's take a look at Balthazar's notes.
Of many hearts.
Experimental notes written in Balthazar's precise hand. His obvious deficiencies aside, it cannot be denied that young Gortash has the mind of a scientist. Before his latest invention, the Illithid Library was no more than rows of brains swimming in the cerebral slop. With his device, we no longer need psionic power to access the memories contained within, only to insert the subject and speak to it directly. I do wish he were not so eager in testing the device on more recent subjects of his own. However, nor in leaving their skull shavings scattered along my workbench. Yeesh. Anomalous coral. Alright, we'll pick up Balthazar's notes. Take a look at the rune slate. A series of dots and broken lines, entries in a language you cannot read, and yet you sense their meaning nonetheless. A final, mournful entry, carrying with it a vast hollow feeling of grief. Colony in decline. The elder starving, falling dormant to preserve its strength and lie in wait for some salvation to come.
We depart.
Let's pick that up. Get on the rune slate here. A flash of nautiloids, lining a great dark void. One mind, with one purpose, moving in concert through the darkness between planes. The design in action before the slave minds rose and ruined it all. The Illithid fleet, the Mind Flayer fleet, and spelljamming space. Alright, let's talk to Slack Skinhead.
A split empty vessel. Nothing more. Lending voice to elder law.
Drop an F5. A true mind, a willing mind. Ah. A resonance stone. Okay. Let's try the true mind here. Huh. Okay. Let's use the willing mind. It's the willing mind, I think. And let's talk to the head.
A split.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortash during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is where, exactly?
I'm gonna say... Never mind that. Tell me about Lord Gortash.
He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up.
I'm gonna say... Huh. Go ahead. I'm sure you'll be performing soon.
I have just the thing prepared. My ma used to sing it when I'd come crying about monsters. Oh, wish me luck.
Alright, let's try the other mind here. Sesame says, you have many minds in your camp. All can be placed here. That is interesting, Sesame. Let's try this one now.
Every day he comes. Every day for 3 days. To ask me how I feel. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which Which day is it?
I'm gonna say, ooh, it's a puzzle here. Who is this he you're talking about?
We are his pets. His plan, Lord Gortash.
I'm gonna say it's the first day.
The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye, but the first day he came to visit. He says I am the last, that the other subjects have all changed.
Tell me about these others.
Separate cells. I never saw them, but when they changed...
My head! I can feel them in my head!
It's the second day.
Eye hurts. Head hurts. But he says I'm past the worst of it. That I won't change like the others. He's given me a place of honor, so he can repeat his miracle. And a name. True Soul.
It's the third day.
She whispers in my mind. She sings. Praise the Absolute.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and leave. Huh. So we got the True Mind there. The Resonance Stone. Let's examine this. Resonance Stones heighten the emotion in those who stand within their radius. Steeped in bliss. Seized by great joy, affected entity is more energized and also more mentally compliant. Entity has advantage on physical checks and disadvantage on mental saving throws. Aha. Entity is also vulnerable to psychic damage. That is very interesting. We're going to pick that up.
Not design, but death.
Menthar says, a splendid device. All the benefits of cleric, no gods required. Sesame says it's like a Susur bloom. I wonder what happens if we put it in here. Valid combination, so it doesn't work. Let's try talking to this Mexican head now.
Which is it? Which day?
Alright, it's the same thing here. Is there a puzzle to be deciphered here, Sesame, or was that it? Basically, just some additional information from that creature. Let's go ahead and send these. Sesame says, "Yep, not here." Gotcha. Okay. Close. Let's definitely send Steeped in Bliss to the camp. We don't want to have disadvantage on mental.
Good feelings never last, I suppose.
Says my main character. Yeah, we don't want to fall under the influence of the Elder Brain with that thing on us. So apparently the puzzle is nearby, but this is not it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, let's make our way out of here. Over here.
Baldur will know my design.
Sesame says it's right there. Gotcha. So this is the puzzle. Let's drop a save. And let's take a look around. Got a skeleton here. Send that to the camp.
We
Sesame says, many don't ever see this.
Every soul
Well, I am not the one to rush through a Mind Flayer colony.
As the console bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
All right, let's begin to manipulate the mind. Reason, memory, and emotion. Sesame says, I forgot the pathways, you're on your own. Reason, memory, and emotion. Neural node. And speech. So this is speech. That's emotion, reason, and memory. Speech, memory. So memory's got to go there. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. So memory goes to here, to there, to here. Okay. Let's see if we can maneuver memory. Let's begin with memory. Okay. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Okay. That looked kind of correct. All right. Now let's take a look at reason. Reason's up here. So reason should be, I think, easy. One here. One there. One there. Oh, what happened? Adventurers, please join me in welcoming Bethal to the Wyvern's Lair. Apparently you were lurking saying, I love you all and good night. I appreciate that, Bethal. Thank you for dropping by the Wyvern's Lair. Begin to manipulate. Ask the mind what ask what the mind needs you to do.
It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but
appreciate you being here,
needs
Bethal.
To guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
Okay, let's begin to manipulate the mind. I don't know what happened there. So, let's go ahead. Hit that. Nope. No, I got it wrong. What's going on here? No, let's start over again.
Mind passively awaits your input.
Sever the connection, start over. Okay, there we go. So let's start with memory. Oh no, come on, stop doing that. Get back there.
Console glows as you approach.
Yep. Begin to move the mind. So we're here with memory. Okay, that looks correct. There's memory. Okay. All right. Let's go with reason. Move here. Move there. Move there. there. And there's reason. And there's speech. That's emotion. Reason, speech. Okay. So, speech. I'm kind of worried about reason. That's emotion, sorry. Let's do emotion first. So, emotion can go from here. We gotta be careful. What's this? Speech. Huh. Adventurers, hold on one second. I gotta welcome back Maleficent from work. I'll be right over. Alright, adventurers, now that Maleficent's back home from work, I actually think this is probably a good spot to wrap up the stream. We have plans to cook up some steak dinners tonight, and I'm looking forward to doing that with Maleficent. And yeah, real life and loved ones first above all else. So this has been a great foray back to Baldur's Gate 3. I want to thank everyone who's been with me on the latest tale here at the Wyvern's Lair. Sesame Street Fighter, Queen Tiamat, saying, I feel like I've missed something. You haven't missed anything, Queen Tiamat. Nothing at all. Apart from a really great Baldur's Gate 3 stream. Of course, you know, that's something that you definitely have been here for. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and call an end to Lay's Tale here at the Lair. Sesame Street Fighter, Queen Tiamat, Bethal Baraz, Colossus Rex, Flint Fireforge. Thank you all for spending your time with me here, myself, DM Wyvern, as I play more Baldur's Gate 3, adventuring through as the Dark Urge origin character. And Sesame, special thank you to you for all the hints and tips and advice along this playthrough. I really appreciate it. And Queen Tiamat, of course, your company is very welcome. You've got to let us know how this internship opportunity goes for you at the upcoming RopeCon 2025. With that, happy adventuring, everyone. See you later, team.